Hello everyone, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, your Dark Knight of Collecting, and welcome back to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. Today's the moment that you have been waiting for. We are finally going to do a room tour. I've been promising you guys forever, and we're finally going to get an updated look at the Batcave. I can't wait to show you. Let's check it out right now. Alright guys, so if you remember from the old Batcave, you used to have to go up the stairs. Well, now you have to come down the stairs, and you come around the corner, and here is the new entrance to the Batcave right here. I have this angled wall right here, which I showed you not too long ago, but I've decided to put my amazing Alex Ross print right here. I absolutely love this print. It is so incredible. And I've also, of course, added the Shakespeare bust as well. You remember that from the old cave. I did get a little dinged up in the move, but I'm going to do a little bit of repair work on him. But anyway, I've got my stand here, so that's kind of the way the entrance is going to look with this curved wall. I also want to show you here, this wall right here is probably going to be an art gallery wall here as well. Here I have my Gabriel Del Auto print. I just am not exactly sure where I want it yet, but my idea is ideally to make this whole wall right here going into the living room a gallery wall like I had before. So anyway, I'll have this as my main entrance and gallery wall on the other side. But anyway, I know you're excited to go into the Batcave, so let's go in right now. All right, so here we go. Drum roll, please. Here we're going into the Batcave. And I'll kind of show you everything that's in here piece by piece. There is different options for lighting in here. This is kind of the way I like it. It casts some nice shadows in the room as well. For purposes of this video, I'm going to turn on some extra lights just so you guys can see things in a little bit more detail. But I'm going to go through everything in this room. So let's start over here in this corner. First and foremost, we have this painting back here. There's this little kind of notch out area here. And so I'm going to put some art back here. This one, of course, is an incredible Greg Capullo art. I got this one at Planet Comic-Con a couple years ago when I met both of them. Of course, Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder in 2018. And this one was limited number 12 of 25. Really awesome, awesome print right there. And then this little wall here, this little cove wall here, I am planning on probably putting some CGC books. And let me show you kind of what I've done so far. So here on this wall, I have hung up some CGCs. This one right here is the 9.8 Batman 700. Of course, that amazing David Finch cover. Absolutely fantastic. Man, what a great cover that is. This, of course, is the Batman 251, one of my favorite covers. Now, this is a reprint, basically, so it's not worth much. The real ones are worth a ton. And then up top, I have my, of course, Detective Comics 1000, and this is a 9.8, and this was sent to me by the amazing Dan Dufault, who got me started in CGCs, which is really fun. So basically, this wall is going to be some of my favorite covers. Okay, just some of my favorite covers. And then what I'm thinking about doing is doing a whole wall section here. Again, I know it's kind of dark, but there's going to be a whole wall section here of CGCs as well. So it'll just kind of wrap around the corner. So anyway, so that's that. I'll kind of give you kind of a look of what that looks like. And then, of course, we have my theater chair here. This is my lonely chair. I come down here and watch my collection and check out my collection and just kind of veg out a little bit. I have the closet area. I'm going to show you that here in just a minute, of kind of what my thinking is with this area. And then this is my new shelf. This is my new custom shelf that I built. You probably watched my custom build here not too long ago. But let me just kind of show you what I got. So up top is just an incredible, incredible statue. This, of course, is the Deathstroke Prime 1 Studio. Absolutely insanely good statue from top to bottom. I love this thing. So much detail. One major problem with it, of course, is the size of the base. It is massive. I've actually turned the arm here just to kind of let it take up a little less room. But I just want you to be able to see all the details on him because, again, it's just such a phenomenal statue. and he looks so good up high. That's why I wanted to build this shelf. Actually, it was for him. But again, you can just see how much room he does take up. And then as we go in front here, of course, you guys probably recently saw this guy. Just the incredible Batman Who Laughs. Again, from Prime 1 Studio, 1/3 scale. Probably the best statue I've ever seen in my life. It's just incredibly creepy. Just what an amazing villain this is. And I just cannot say enough good words about it. It's just so good. Again, sorry, I'm kind of blocking some light in here. Hopefully you guys can see it well enough. I also back here have a CGC 9.8. This is the Batman Who Laughs cover. My plan is to probably sell this and try to find an autographed version. This is the Jock cover, and I really want the autograph from him. But you can see how well these CGCs, they pair with the statues. I mean, just really phenomenal. Really, really phenomenal. Also up top is a classic Prime 1 piece that I have. It is the Prime 1 Noel Batman. This one did suffer a major tragedy here recently, as the chip on the ear. The head sculpt fell off when I was moving it, and I need to get that repaired. But again, just what an incredible, incredible statue this is. Absolutely fantastic. It's just one of the best, I think, that Prime 1's ever done. I'm considering getting the Damned piece. That's very possible. Hard to say, but just really, really cool. So basically, as I explained in my other video, my plan here is I've got this 3-tiered look. And the reason why I did that is because I could get multiple statues all together. I figure I could probably do 3 down below here. I could probably do maybe 2 more on this shelf, because Batman Who Laughs is so big. I thought about putting the Bermejo Joker and maybe the Noel piece here. My plan right now is up top to put in this space right in the middle is to put Bane. I also have Harley Quinn coming, and I also have the Prime 1 Poison Ivy, the Hush version. So those are a couple of them that I have here that'll all take up this space here. But I'm really excited to fill this space with a lot of Prime 1 items. I also think I'm probably going to do some lighting back here. And I've also considered, I'm kind of struggling with art right now, of where to put art. I've actually considered putting all my CGCs up here as well, behind all of this, because I think this would be a really cool cove for CGCs back there behind. Of course, the statues will block them, though. And so that's why I've been hesitant to put any art, because I feel like the art will just be blocked. But I'm anxious to hear, what do you guys think? What would you guys do in this space? I would love to know. Okay, so then as we rotate around, you're going to see the white cabinets, and this is why I did white shelving. I did white shelving because I feel like it balances out the room pretty nicely. I feel like in the room, it's the light versus the dark, just like Batman. It's the light, that constant struggle of the light versus the dark, and I feel like that room, this room, captures that really well. You have the light side and the dark side, but let me show you what's on the cabinets here. I've got my tripod here, that's all set up for whenever I film. And then these are some things over here on this side. So I've got my Killing Joke Joker. This, of course, is an amazing PVC piece. Really, really great. I've got my Let Your Geek Sideshow pen that they sent me. That was really cool. But just a really cool statue. Really love this one. And the reason I have it there is because of my new 9.8 signed by Brian Boland Killing Joke cover CGC. It's a dream come true to have this piece. Right now I just have them set up top here. That might change. I might end up hanging them up. I'm not sure. It'll really kind of vary, but I'll talk about that here in just a second. Then this is my Batman 614 9.8 signed by, most importantly, Jim Lee. One of my favorite covers ever. Just look at these two guys. They're just insanely good. I love them. Next up, we'll move to this Batman bust. This might not be a permanent home for him. I've actually owned him 3 different times and sold him 3 different times. But I really like him, and I just think he's such a great bust. Down here I have my Collectorverse medals that I won, the awards that I won back in 2017. when the Collectorverse was still a thing. It was a lot of fun to be a part of that. And then I also have my Kevin Conroy autograph here to Chris, I Am Batman. Just a really cool piece there. So as we go down the shelf, I'm going to reveal something I've never revealed, and this is my animated series line. And I've collected all of them. I'm still, as of this recording, looking for one more, so maybe you guys can help me find it. But I just want to kind of show you them all together. We have the Penguin, which looks really great. We've got the Riddler. Some of those are very, very difficult to find. Also have, of course, Mr. Freeze, the hardest to find, and the most money I spent, for sure. But he looks so great. And of course we have the Scarecrow here, looking amazing. The Joker. And Two-Face. These are resin, so they are heavy statues. They are very well done. They are not PVC. Poison Ivy. Catwoman. Ra's al Ghul. Looks really, really good. I love the colors on him. Another one that's hard to find, or harder to find, is Bane and Clayface. Both of those are difficult. This is one of the newest ones, of course, Mad Hatter. And then I don't have the Batman and the Harley Quinn ones. This is a Diamond Select piece that I really love. This is that Gift the Joker piece that I reviewed a number of years ago. But I just feel like it fits in really nice with this collection. I like it better than the actual Batman and the actual Harley Quinn, so I said, why not? They're both the same scale, and so I think it fits in quite nicely. We also have the Mask of the Phantasm. The one I'm looking for currently is the masked version, so if you guys find one for me, let me know. I'll love to pick it up from you. We also have Killer Croc here. Not my favorite version of Killer Croc. And then Man-Bat. I mean, look how cool he is. He's massive. So let me zoom back again so you guys can see the entire collection here on this bookshelf. But I think it looks amazing. It's absolutely become one of my favorite things in my collection. I love it. Just super fun. Super fun. So anyway, that's that. And then let's go down here to the Absolutes and Omnibus. I'll kind of give you a look at what I have so far. I've got some great books. I've got a long way to go. As you can see, I've got lots more room here for that. Over half a shelf. And then down here are just some of my books that I have. These are the hardcovers and some graphic novel soft covers. Most of them I've read, some of them I haven't yet, but I've got, again, some more space to definitely put something up there. But anyway, this is this bookshelf right here. Kind of pan up again so you guys can see the full effect of the whole thing right there. So very cool. Then up top, watching the entire Batcave is one of the best statues I've ever seen in my life. Of course, this is the Batman Hush Prime 1 Studio. Absolutely phenomenal statue. It is just so good. He sits up top this shelf. It's raised. It does have the pillar back here. Prime 1 cent. But again, just from top to bottom, I love the way that this guy is posed. I am considering getting the Batcave version, but I mean, just look how cool he looks up there, guarding the Batcave. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. Man, what a great looking statue. Very underrated. I know not everybody likes to pose, but man, I do. If you can pose it up high, it's worth it. If you pose it down low, maybe not so much. Here, I've got 3 empty shelves. So that means possibilities. More room for books, more room for some small scale statues if I so choose. We shall see. And then this right here was originally a gun cabinet. And I'm going to put lighting in here, and I'm going to put something in here. I'm still not sure exactly what yet. There's my Lazy Susan. I've thought about putting the Batman Who Laughs in here and just making it a highlight piece with the lights. So that's possible. But I will probably take off those doors. The doors will come off. And it'll just be another space for display. What do you guys think I should put in there? What do you guys think I should put in there? I would like to know your thoughts. But I'll close those for now, and we'll come up here, and here's a couple more autographs. Again, this is Greg Capullo. I love this cover. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. And this is one of my favorite covers, like I said, of all time. Neil Adams, and this one is signed to Chris. And I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. So as you guys can see from this shelf, I have a lot of art up there, and I have books. My plan is to maybe not have those up there for long. I would like to put statues up there. I would like to put ones that are 1/3 scale, especially. However, you can kind of see how narrow the shelf is. It's pretty narrow. I'm hoping to be able to put up here by Batman the 1/3 scale Iron Studios Joker. I'm hoping the base will fit. The base is small, so I think I have a shot, but we shall see. But my plan is to put more statues up there. If 1/3 won't fit, then I will probably put 1/4 scale statues up there. Kind of mix them up. Maybe put some CGCs up there, or like I said, maybe I'll put them up on the wall. I've got all this wall space here on both sides of Batman that I could definitely hang up stuff. So again, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what I should do with this wall space, because again, it begs for art. I also feel like the art would be blocked by the statues, so that's why I struggle with it. And then also, I worry that I think it'll look too crowded. Sometimes I think that collections can look too junky and too crowded. So let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear that. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to check out the other cases. All right, so here we have the classic life-size Joker bust from Sideshow Collectibles, and I mean, just look at this thing. It is still incredible. It is held up over the years. I just absolutely still love this thing. It is so well done. So cool. But man, what a bust. I mean, just look at those teeth. Look at the eyes. Just crazy good. Then of course, as we move over here to the full case here, this case is definitely what I'm known for. I've added the big giant NECA Batarang, which I think looks really good. I just nail gunned that in to the wood because it was so heavy. But I do feel like it looks good on the case. I feel like it definitely adds a little something to it. So anyway, I thought about putting maybe some lights behind it, but that's still a possibility. But let me show off these guys. I know you guys have seen these before, but it's always nice to see them again. Of course, Killer Croc from Sideshow Collectibles. Some people have asked what I used to cover the neck seam, and that's just a chain. Just a chain here. Generic chain. But man, what an amazing statue this still is. Very underrated piece. The only thing I don't like about it is the base is way too big. Takes up so much room in this case. We also have Poison Ivy. I just recently bought the newer version of Ivy, so stay tuned to the channel for that. I will be comparing and contrasting these two, and I'm assuming that one will probably win out. I might keep both. We'll see. But, I mean, still, isn't she gorgeous? Just stunning. Back behind her, of course, is the classic Harley Quinn. Still a great statue as well. You just don't see very many Jester versions. I wish that they would do a new one kind of like this. They're standing up. Maybe they will. But still a great piece. Have the piece de resistance, the Joker. I mean, good Lord. Does it get any better than that? A lot of great Jokers over the years, but I still feel like this one holds up. Top to bottom, still one of the best Joker head sculpts ever. Just so good. And then looming over the Joker, of course, is my new Batman. New to me, anyway. I did replace him, or I replaced the old one, rather. The original PF, I did sell it. I hesitated for just a minute, but I'm glad I sold it, because I do feel like this one is better, and I feel like it fits my collection better. And I also feel like he matches up very, very nicely with the Catwoman right next to him. The new Catwoman from Sideshow Collectibles. I had the OG one as well, and sold her about a year ago. Maybe a little bit more. But just an amazing statue. I love the base on this one. If you haven't picked this one up, do yourself a favor. Got great claw marks. And just a beautiful, beautiful face. Really beautiful. And then, of course, everybody's favorite Bane right here. I mean, good lord, this thing just doesn't get any better. I still feel like it's the best Bane on the market. I wish this was 1/3 scale. But, man, it's just still an incredible, incredible bust. And then, of course, we have the Batman, which is still one of my absolute favorite pieces in my collection. I've said many times that if my house was on fire and I only grabbed one statue, this would be it. This would be it. I still love it. Now my plan for this space right now is I've got two on pre-order. I've got the Scarecrow and also Mr. Freeze. Both of those premium formats will be joining this case. I am still hoping that Sideshow will do additional pieces like Penguin, like Ra's al Ghul, like Two-Face, Riddler. All of those characters I really want, which also would mean I would need to build a new custom case to accommodate all of them. I've already contemplated doing that, of making something a little bit wider. Because again, this is pretty shallow, you know, the way it's set up. But I would definitely need to build something bigger because I want to be able to keep this case as my center focus and add those villains. But I'm really excited about Scarecrow and really excited about Mr. Freeze. So anyway, kind of give you a backup view again of what that looks like in the room. And of course, usually I have my table set up here for my reviews. Thinking about getting a permanent desk actually for this space. We'll see. Well, now let's go here and we're going to look at all of the Arkham line. Again, another amazing part of my collection. I've definitely chosen this to be my main focus on this wall because these statues are just incredible. I'll kind of tell you my future plans as well for this line. So I've got, of course, Deathstroke here. Absolutely amazing. Still one of the greatest in the collection. Absolutely fantastic piece. Of course, you have the Slade Wilson head sculpt right here. Looks really good. And of course that Reaper. Just such a good piece. And then of course the killer among men here, the Killer Croc. I mean, just look at this thing. It's just insane. Still to this day how great it is. It does lean quite a bit. Oops, I forgot to put the skull in the hand. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Mine leans like all of them lean. I've actually put some like furniture slide things underneath. I don't know if you guys can see that under there, but I've put a few of those felt pads just to kind of prop him up a little straighter, and I feel like it really helped. He still does lean, but I feel like it just makes him look more intimidating, more imposing. So I feel like that helps. That's just a little helpful hint on my part. He's heavy enough, he's not going to go anywhere if you add those things. But there's the alternative head sculpt, the regular head sculpt there. Of course, you see the bat skull back there in the back. Great piece. And then, of course, we have the amazing Azrael. Still glad I really picked this up. I'm really glad. I don't know how much longer he'll be in the collection, though, and I'll explain that here in just a second. But still a phenomenal piece from top to bottom. And then, of course, we have Scarecrow, one of my favorites in my collection. Kind of hard to see with the shadows, but man, just what a great sculpt. He's simplistic in what he is. He's just a museum pose, but the details on him I love, and I love the character in the game. I've always loved Scarecrow. What a cool base, right? Cool base. So that's Scarecrow, and then right next to Scarecrow we have the Arkham Knight himself. Again, one of my favorites in my collection. It was my second Prime 1 piece, and still one of my favorites. I love the character. I love the character design. And just really cool. He does come with the metal batarang, which is awesome. But I mean, just look at that. Just look how cool he looks. Just looks so good. So that's kind of what the three of those, the four of those look like together. And of course we have the main man himself, the Arkham Knight Batman. Again, these are all 1/3 scale statues. This one's still probably my favorite Arkham Knight statue of all of them. I go back and forth, but I just feel like it just looks iconic. I feel like it looks like he's on top of a roof and he's, you know, just directly from the game. Just looks so good. Love it. Absolutely love this piece. Then of course we have another iconic piece right here, and that's the Joker, Mark Hamill from the game. It is my quintessential Mark Hamill Joker in my collection. Of course I do have the animated series bust as well. But I mean, just look how good this is, guys. I do have the Prime 1 exclusive as well. Not very many people have this. This is the Scarface, and I love it. So glad I have that piece. It was definitely worth buying from Prime 1 just to get that piece. But again, the base is very different than some of the other ones, but they match perfectly. And I just absolutely love this piece. Definitely, again, one of my favorites. Is it getting better than that, guys? I don't think so. And right next to the Joker is the amazing Harley Quinn. Just look how good she is. Just so good. So much detail in her. Love the fabric element there. Of course, her base is a lot of fun. A lot of detail. These are the exclusive ones here, the dolls. So you can see exactly what you're getting with that. But man, so there's what those look like together, those four. And then the rest of the line there. And then of course we come on to Mr. Freeze. Absolutely phenomenal statue. And just massive, guys. I've got this thing hanging out in the middle of the room. It sticks out from the cabinet, you guys can see. I run into this thing all the time. But that's where he's got to go. He just has to be right there. Details are sick. Just a sick piece. All the way around. So much detail. So many different parts to this thing. Takes forever to put together. And then of course, I feel like this was the quintessential piece, my Nora, right here. You notice that this is the broken glass version. I do have the replacement dome back there, so I've got my replacement dome if I ever need it, but I actually ended up liking the one that I glued together. I feel like the super glue, when I super glued it, it actually made it look frosted, which is really cool. So anyway, I think that just looks better. I like that it's broken. I think it tells even more of a story, but I mean, just look how good that looks, guys. Ugh, incredible piece. The ice shards. Whew. Then, of course, we have Catwoman here. There's the couple of alternative head sculpts. She's phenomenal as well. She's a little bit more dull compared to the other characters just because she's so, you know, just all black. Some silver elements, but again, just a phenomenal head sculpt on her. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You can swap out the diamonds with blue and the clear. I like the red because it matches her goggles. And there's a silver one, or the clear one down there. And then right next to her is, of course, Harvey Two-Face. Look at that. look at the level here from Prime 1. I mean, good lord. And this is, you know, 2 or 3 years old piece. They're only getting better. But, ugh, Two-Face. Again, I apologize for my shadow on my head here. But, ugh, love it. I love it. We also, of course, have Bane. I finally unboxed him. It took a while for me to do that. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep him or not. Actually, right now, I'm currently looking for the Venom Bane. I think I'm going to swap it back out. I used to have the Venom Bane, but I feel like him pointing at this corner will look better than this one. I'm not exactly 100% positive I'm going to do it, but again, there it is. So I'm going to kind of zoom back here and again let you see the entire collection, how I see it in my collection. So I did tell you that I was probably going to sell Azrael. My plan is to sell him and I'm going to put Poison Ivy there. I've decided to get the Arkham City Poison Ivy. I may have to swap out a few just depending on her pose and how big her base is. I might swap Arkham Knight over where Azrael is and then put Poison Ivy beside Batman. That might give me a little bit more room because I've just got more room right there. But Azrael's going to go. At first it was just going to be Bane that was going to be going, but I think I'm going to replace Azrael instead of Bane. I think I'm going to keep Bane because to me Bane is more of an iconic character and he's more of a villain than Azrael is. But anyway, there is that. I also want to show you over here, I've added just this little hook here in the corner. These are all my badges from Planet Comic-Con, my press passes. This one, of course, was my Dark Knight medal, my Knight with Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder and Jonathan Glapion. So I have that. This is actually a metal badge, which is really cool. I also have my press badge from DenverCon, Pop Culture Con, then my couple years at Planet Comic Con. And I was supposed to go in March, but of course, because of the pandemic, I didn't get to go. It's rescheduled for August, so I'll be bringing you that coverage as well. So stay tuned. Let's see, what else did I want to show you? Oh, yes. I wanted to show you in here is another surprise. That's right, here is my Joker. Of course, this is the Queen Studios Joker. This particular piece here is just kind of a glimpse. I have comic book pieces, as you guys know. This is a potential. I may potentially do movie pieces in here, take off the closet doors, but I think that's what I might do, is just put maybe 3 busts in here with it well lit and some nice cabinets. But right now, most of the time, I don't get to see Joker because he's hidden in here. But I do want to show you him because, again, he's just absolutely insanely good. But right now, it's just kind of a placeholder. So I'm not exactly sure if this is where he'll stay or not. Time will tell. But anyway, I just got to figure out if I want to keep movie pieces or not. And I am struggling with that right now. But anyway, so this is the Batcave. This is the Batcave. Lots of possibilities of what I'm going to do with this space over time. I'm very excited about the space that I've created. And I have a long way to go in my collection. I'm just getting kind of started, especially with the Prime 1 pieces here. The main thing I really want to know, again, from the comments is what would you guys do with the wall space in here? Lots of wall space. I just feel like if I put stuff, it overcrowds it. And also I feel like it blocks, the statues will block it. Would you continue putting the signed CGCs up here? That's kind of my plan, is to put just the signed CGCs up top. Maybe some other smaller scale stuff there. What would you put in the middle cabinet here? What would you put in that big display? Would you guys put 1/3 scale? Would you mix 1/3 scale with 1/4 up top? Again, that's what I'm kind of considering. This area right here is going to be completely 1/3. So you can only imagine how epic that'll look once I start getting more statues. But I definitely needed more room. This is not a massive room. Oh, one other thing I want to do. You guys notice it's got the lighting up here. This side it doesn't. It's got the lighting over there, but it only has a ceiling fan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ceiling fan out. I'm going to hire an electrician. I'm going to put another bulb or another light like these. Sorry, light like those. I'm going to put 3 going across just so it matches. And I'm also going to put one, I think, a small one up here in this corner, so all of this art and the CGC books will be highlighted, because this corner is kind of dark. When I turn the the light off, it even gets really dark. When I turn that ceiling fan off, ceiling fan just doesn't work in here. It's in the basement, so it's not ever hot. But again, I like it better without that ceiling fan light, because I feel like it adds more of a museum look in here. The camera really doesn't do it justice. It's a little darker on camera, but again, when I add that extra light, I do have that light on when I do my reviews and stuff, because it helps highlight the videos. But again, there you go, guys. Here is my collection. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you along the journey with us. Also hit the like button down below. That does help people just like you find this content. And I just can't thank you guys enough very much for watching. I want to sit here on the chair, just kind of show you my view as I sit down. And this is what I see. This is what I look at when I look at my Batcave. Just from top to bottom, it's such a fun room. I really wanted to make it museum-like, clean. Clean look is very important to me. But anyway, just thank you guys again so very much. Really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, please subscribe to the video right here. And also, here's another video you might be interested in. I can't thank you guys enough for watching today. It really means the world to me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.